All right. What time is it here? Oh, thank God. I was kind of worried today that we are going to get on time, and I'll tell everybody why. I had a tear in my eye, and I had to make sure that I got it out. And like look good. I didn't want to look like I was crying because I realized we haven't been on done a show for like what 3 weeks now, 4 weeks.
Well, I was traveling for 3 weeks to a month. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And once I knew they were doing the show, I think the emotions overcame me. Once I knew we were doing a show.
Yeah, I was choked up this morning when I got up. I realized it's going to be on. Yeah.
What is some kind of like maybe like you had this girlfriend that you've wanted your whole life. You thought she's the one and like that, and you thought, well, it's never going to happen. And then finally, you meet randomly in a grocery store or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. It's just kind of like what this is.
Yeah, in the pickle aisle.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Tired, but good. Yeah.
So you had a trip you're in Cornwall. No, you're Ontario, California first, correct?
Yeah, LA, Ontario, California 3 weeks ago. Then came home. That was a pretty easy trip because it's like an hour and a half flight. Then up to Montreal the following week, back to Utah, and then back out to Boston. So like in all different time zones. And
I know.
Yeah, and a lot
like we're talking too, like we like to eat healthy, and you can't help it sometimes when you're traveling. You get
it's a struggle. I mean, but yeah, and the time changes and all that. Yeah.
Right. And where were you in Boston? Were you at that? What's that complex called? Where is that?
It's the New England Sports Complex. It's in Marlborough, Mass.
Yes.
10 sheets in one facility. It's pretty cool.
It's really grown. Like initially it was like maybe 4 or 2 or something. Then it's really grown.
Yeah. And I was talking to somebody. So the original owners passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, they were older. And then
I like the way you say that. They're older, so they can pass away. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then I think, what's the name of the company? Black Bear. They're buying up all the rinks all over. Isn't that interesting? You got Black Rock, right? And Black Bear. They're buying up all the rinks, and they just bought Live Barn, which is, I don't know if you're familiar with that. They just bought Live Barn for, I think, like a lot of money, like $4 billion.
People don't know, it's really cool. Live Barn is they have cameras in the rinks, and they work all automatically, right? They're not manned cameras, right?
Automatic. Right. So you could watch it. So if you can't make it to the tournament or the game, and your child's playing, you can get to watch. But so anyhow, they were offered a lot of money to a Black Bear offered a lot of money to buy this facility.
Right.
It's a huge piece of property. You can imagine. It's sheets, and they turned it down. But it's a very impressive place. And if you're a hockey person, man, it's great because you just walk around. And we were kind of in the wrong weight division, because we're a first-year program, and we had a short bench. We had like injuries, and so we had we had 6 forwards and 4D for the whole week. Yeah.
And what age group? What age group?
18-year-olds.
Oh man, that's tough at 18 years old.
Yeah, and and they're Lord of the Flies. That's going on. So it's a lot of, after the whistle, and so we had a couple times we were down 5-on-3 for like 5 minutes.
Oh.
And these teams in Boston, I mean, it's a little different.
Right. Is that where many of the teams were from Boston area?
Primarily, but they were we were from Salt Lake. I think the only game we won was against a team from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot, and the new thing now, Tom, is our academies, where the kids don't go to school. I mean, they get to the rink and they practice and they do their online and then they practice and they got a guy for off ice and all that. Right. So these academies, in fact, Nathan Parrott's son plays for a program called Epic up in, I think it's in London, Ontario.
Right. Oh,
and those kids, it's a different level.
Right. It's funny you mentioned the academies too. So in Canada, academies were not a big thing there for many years. They started mainly
Notre Dame, maybe, right?
Yeah. And then so now in the old, like when they had the World Junior Tournament, the Canadian teams, even if they really weren't as good as say the US team or Russia or Sweden, they would win because they had that farm boy toughness and grit through it. Now the complaint is because of these academies, they're kind of these, I hate to say, kind of these spoiled kids now who don't want to fight through things anymore. So,
Well, that's one. So what's interesting about our program is that there is really so each week we have a meeting and Nathan runs it and it's on different topics, different modules, so to speak.
Right.
And one of them a few weeks was on grit and resilience, and then we have to file a report to Nathan, just kind of like what we did during the week, what was good, what was bad kind of thing. Which I think is great, instead of just showing up, coaching a game, and going home, right? So for sure, we did have a little bit of resilience this week because of injuries and stuff like that. And and you're going uphill all the time because these teams are better, right? And yet they're better, and you have a short bench. So I looked at Jeff Paul and said, "We're gonna have to really coach now."
Okay, so do you end up getting hammered by these better teams, or what?
No, we were actually the first game we did, and I don't want to say it, but it's a little bit of travel. The kids were tired. I was tired. Sure. The second game we only lost 2-1, I think, and then we won a game. But yeah, we were in all the games. But again, one of our best players is just a 16-year-old, probably going to play up in Canada next year. But anyhow, he took a 5, a 10, and then you're out. You're out of the game. Right. So now you got 3D. Right.
So what do you do? Okay, so mentally now, you don't want to preach, okay, close is okay, or give them like a participation trophy. But I guess the flip side is you say, okay, guys, listen, we were undermanned. We had 6 forwards, 4 defensemen, and we really did a good job. So, I mean, how do you handle it psychologically?
Yeah, pretty much, and just point out the good things and especially emphasize, hey, it's a simple game. Chip it out, get it in, deep, work hard. Don't overcomplicate it because we're, in short shifts, but those shifts you got to give it, so that's kind of the approach you take.
Right.
And, what we did talk to them about is the chirping.
Oh, academies are ruining the intelligence and social behavior of the kids. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Phil played with you up in Northern Michigan.
Yeah, Phil Degatano, yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's we told the kids because Jeff Paul, he played a couple games for Colorado, but he was a tough guy.
Sure.
But he said, listen, the chirping after the whistles, no one's impressed by that. Like, it's a league you can't fight, so what's the point in it, right?
Yeah.
And if there's scouts there, they're not impressed by that. They're looking at it because there's a lot of that. But it's that age. It's like I said, Lord of the Flies. And
I know that is true. I remember at that age. I'm not backing down from anybody, right? Somebody says something to me, I have to chirp back right away. Now you get older, you realize,
But I mean, so our game yesterday was, I won't mention the team, but they're Canadian, and they were kind of like, their locker room was right next to us, and they were going wild and trying to intimidate our kids, right?
Oh.
And, you know what I mean? And we told them, listen, they're just 2 arms, 2 legs.
Yeah.
Just do your thing, right?
Yeah.
So I called the locker room after the game, and one of the captain of the team says, Canadian kids don't call you coach. They call you by your first name. He says, hey, Mark, what's up? He goes, can you still kind of go? I go, yeah, why? Well, their coach told me to F off at the handshake. And I said, you know what?
Oh, that's one of the I hate that when coaches get involved with other kids.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I texted Beth to get bail money ready.
I saw your text there.
Yeah. She says, don't become East Coast Mark. We're in Utah. Zen.
I know. Isn't that true? Because you think, okay, calm down.
Yeah.
The other guy, don't get dragged down to the level of the other guy. But at the same time, you're like, nah.
So what I told him was, I said, that just shows you the level of their coaching.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's one of the worst things. I hate that when coaches do that. Oh, God.
In the NHL, I mean, I don't know. It probably exists a little bit, but not too much.
Rarely. I tell you, it was Brian Murray was one of the few guys. Remember?
Tweety Bird.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Brian had the lisp or whatever. He'd spit a lot.
Yeah.
So, I tell you, I don't remember any other coach really chirping like he did. Like when he coached in Washington, I was with the Rangers, he would come to the door of the bench and stand right at the door. So he was almost on the ice, and he started chirping at you, and he's spitting all over the place. Now, God rest his soul. He's passed away now. And I don't think he was a bad person. I got to know him a little bit. I was an agent. He was a GM in Detroit at the time. So he wasn't a bad person, but he would get wound up in the game and start yelling at us.
He was a former player, right? So I think that's maybe plays into that, you think, a little bit?
Yeah. But even a guy like who's the tough guys, you don't see them cheer. The tough guys are the coaches, but he was easy pickings because he started to spit. And we're like, stop spitting on me. You're going to take a shower.
Umbrella to the bench.
Oh, yeah. Oh, stuff like that. And it was funny because he couldn't see his players on his bench because they're dying laughing. Like but they're kind of behind him, so they can't see it. Oh.
Well, Theo had a running feud with both Jacques Martin, who was coaching Ottawa then, and Bill Barber, who was coaching Philly.
Right.
And he called Jacques Martin Mr. Potato Head because he kind of did look like him a little bit.
Yeah.
Theo
that's a good one. I like that one. That's good.
Yeah.
One of the Garth Butcher was one of the all-time greatest chirpers.
Yeah.
And but I didn't play against him that much to hear a lot of his stuff. But he impressed me one time. He chirped Kenny Baumgartner. Kenny had the mono. We were playing in L.A. And it was the way it happened and everything. It was right in front of our benches in L.A. And Butcher says to Kenny, he says, "You're the only one stupid enough to get mono living in Los Angeles."
Yeah.
It was the delivery and everything. So apparently he was on. Not apparently. I saw it. He was on. I guess Brett Hull.
Kelly Chase. Yeah, that's a great show.
They're really good. So they had him on, and I guess he had a line. They're playing against Minnesota, and there's Bobby Smith, Brian Bellows, and somebody else. All had rugs on. All had the wigs on.
Yeah.
And they get called offside right in front of the bench, the St. Louis bench. And Butcher says to him, "That was offside just by a hair, but none of them were yours."
He was good.
Oh, that's a good line. Like to come up with that right away. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. You know who's pretty good too is John McClane, Johnny Mac.
Yes, yes.
He has a very dry sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
Is that
he zinged me one time out in L.A. Because I thought I was Mr. Smartass, and we were going at it or something. I said, like, who'd you have oral sex with to still be to be captain? He was captain. I said, I changed the language a little bit, obviously. And he comes back to me, he says, "Who did you have oral sex with just to stay in the league?" He goes like, and he was good.
He was good.
Yeah, his delivery was good too. So
even non-related hockey stuff. I was walking in. So Sean was probably, I don't know, 12 or 13 or whatever. And I'm walking in the rink and he's coming out. He goes, "What are you doing here?" Sean's got practice. He goes, "Where's Sean?" He goes, "Oh, I said, "He's boxing." He goes, "Yeah, good parenting skills." And he just keeps walking.
It doesn't have half the battle. It's not just the line; it's the way you present it too. Right?
Yeah, and he did have a good presentation.
Yeah. So we missed. I think it was Danny Erickson that was comment earlier on there. On tape, on Terry Panarin. That holds him.
What's going on with that? I'm hearing Washington now, maybe.
You know what? I'm hearing a lot of different places.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. I know his agent fairly well. It's Paul Theophanis, pretty sharp guy.
I know Paul,
Yeah, that's right.
Cornell, right? Cornell.
Yep.
Russian studies.
The story was he was a special forces guy or something like that.
I don't know about that. I know he went to Cornell and he may have worked for the State Department because he majored in Russian studies when it was still the Cold War.
That's right.
So, he represented all those Russian guys.
Yeah.
Came over. Kazatonov and who's the kid that played in New York? The right-hander that played for Colorado.
I know you're talking. I know you're talking.
Kaminsky.
Yeah. He had a lot of guys. He's done well. So he's trying to get a new contract out of the team before he gets traded. He wants to know that he can get an extension. He doesn't want to move twice, is what he says.
Yeah. You know what? How old is he?
34.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him to get a 4-year deal.
I know. It sounds like, though, that, you know what? Like, I'm with you. Like, I would not sign him to a 4-year deal, but there's always somebody that's going to do it. It just seems like somebody always pops up.
I'd go 2 and 2. I mean, 2-year contract and a 2-year option.
They don't have the option here anymore.
So they don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
That's how much I know.
That's about 20 years ago.
That's where I'm living in my head.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You would laugh. I was joking around. So I have you love your dog. I have my grand dog. So I got on ChatGPT and I did a picture. So I took the picture of the dog. I said, do a picture of my dog as a warrior.
Right.
So they put the helmet on the whole bit. And I thought, that's really cool. My son really liked it, actually. So I did one of myself as a warrior. So now I put that as my wallpaper on my phone. Like, so whenever I see myself as a warrior now.
In the mode.
Well, but it's interesting because I know you and I are both, as we're evolving constantly, really getting more and more into how we can control our thoughts and how our thoughts really make us who we want to be, right? And so I've really taken another step. And I know you've done this as well, that everything I try to say about myself or think, like all my thoughts, I never negative. I hate using the word OLD or OLDER. Right. It's always like I'm a warrior. So
I got to find this. I saw it online, and there was some kind of study done a while back where they took a group of, I think it was men only. It may have been co-ed. I'm not sure. I think it was men, and they put them in an environment that was from their youth. Right. I don't know how they did it, but not immediate, but in a very short period of time, their blood pressure dropped, and they were, because these guys were pretty old and they were bent over. So there's a lot to that,
Oh, totally. Yeah, I believe that more. There's a great fighter that you probably know too. I think he was the MMA guy, Black. I guess he's one of the best fighters ever. I'll send you the video. But he got into talking about that too, how he was a good fighter. And then I guess people are saying he was the best fighter ever. So you probably would know who he was. But he really got into talking about how manifestation and the things he said to himself.
I mean, even, just if you recall goaltenders, visualization, they were doing that way before we even talked to them.
Yeah.
And, sitting in a room and I thought somebody was having an attack or something at first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It is true. They see some of the goaltenders would come out on the bench before the game, visualize, and I was like, at first I was like, get back in the locker room.
It is too, Tom. It's routine. Like you're gonna. Yeah. So I was watching a kid the other day on one of those academy programs, and every time there was a stoppage in play, he'd skate over to the corner. And you see goaltenders do this all the time.
Yeah.
And then on the way back to the net, he did a couple, but it was the same thing every time. It wasn't different. He had a routine, and I think keeps you kind of really focused, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that even plays in it. I don't want to use the word superstition, but like hockey players are probably more superstitious than any other athlete, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was that really superstition or just routine?
I think routine.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't believe I was ever a superstition, but I did have a pattern, like putting the left skate on first. Deb, you magical creature.
Good morning, Deb.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Yes.
You're having a granddaughter, right?
Yes, I am. Oh, you were having a daughter?
Yeah.
When's she due?
August 5.
August 5. Any name yet or no?
Sloan.
What's that?
Sloan. Sloan. Sloan.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Ours is Margot, Margot.
Yeah. So last night, I'm getting a ride back from the airport, Uber, right? So I get this woman, and we get to chatting. And I said, I'm going to be a granddad. And she said, what's the name? And I said, it's because it's true. Out here in Utah, the kids have very unique names, right?
Right.
Like Kipton and stuff like that. They're pretty cool, right?
Right.
So she goes, yeah, my daughter's 3-year-old, his name is Riot. And I'm thinking R-Y-A-T-T, like kind of like Wyatt, but with an R. She said, no, R-I-O-T. I said, really? She said, yeah, Riot. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's crazy, right?
So obviously the parents would have to think, okay, how's that going to work out when they're a teenager
or in school?
Right. Hey, Riot.
Hey, Riot, calm down, Riot.
I guess so. Kind of unique, obviously, right? So the person, the theory is to be unique. Yeah, that's funny. Hold on, Chico Resch did eye therapy. He should have done hair therapy, like some folic therapy on his.
He's a good guy. I know Chico.
Is it Chico good guys? I did my only interaction with him, and it wasn't even face to face. I scored a goal on him when he was in Philly one time in a playoff game, and after the game, he got interviewed, and it's like, "What did you think of the goal?" It's just, well, the worst part was that the guy that scored on me, like he was like really. I've called him Chico Mesh ever since then. So
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so breaking news. I have not seen your name yet on the Epstein files.
No, so far so good. Yeah.
You know what's interesting, and it shouldn't come as a surprise. So he in 2012 or whatever, he was convicted and went to prison for 1.5 years, like on this prostitution charge, whatever. So gets out of jail, and all these people, including Tish from the Giants, these classy, successful people, continue to email him.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, do you not use your head at all? Like,
I'm at the point now where you got to just think. All the elites are, like here's a story. Years ago, 20, 30 years ago, they had this adult, like guys that never skated but wanted to play recreational hockey. Right. So I was instructing in class, and you go around the room and what do you do? What do you do? So one guy was an investigator for the SEC, stocks, right?
Right.
So we're outside in the parking lot afterwards, and he's leaning up against the car having a beer. He said, "Just remember this, Mark. Behind all great wealth, all of it is a great crime."
Yeah.
And you start to think they're all everybody at that elite level are just not good people.
I know.
Just not good people.
And I think it's gotten to the point too, but it probably was always like this, but I think it's even more so now, that they just feel like, screw it, I'll just go ahead and do what I want. I'll get away with it anyways, right?
Well, remember how we, like a while back, first started with the car industry, too big to fail.
Yeah.
And then the bank's too big to fail. These people are too big to prosecute. And I'm going to put Trump's feet to the fire. He came in saying, we're going to go. nothing's happening.
I know.
Nothing's happening.
Yeah, you know my feeling. I don't care if it's Trump, Biden, whoever it is. It's all big money behind everything.
It's a show. It's
yeah. And I feel bad, like his poor wife too. I'm sure. So picture this. So he's the president. He's Donald Trump. He's the president. Now he's the president again. So everybody in the world is kissing her rear end, telling her how fantastic she is, right? Because she's married to the president. So now she does this biography or whatever it's called.
Right.
And everybody's going to say, "Oh, this is going to be fantastic." It's almost set up for failure right away. And I feel bad for her because she doesn't know any different. So
yeah, and then I didn't see it, but I saw on Facebook, they had I guess the Grammys were last night.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to watch it and know they're going to come out and get the reward and this, that, and the other thing. And
they're always
it's tiring. I'm really trying to stay away from.
I know. It's a great point by you. You and I have gotten into discussions before, and I've really tried to study the whole thing. And that fact, the more I've like all this, we go back to the mental health thing and everything.
Yeah.
The more I've studied things and discussed it, I think I'm just poisoning my mind. I really do.
Yeah, you can go down so many rabbit holes, and it gets to be and that's what we both have to do: keep it simple, chip it out, get it in deep.
Oh yeah, totally. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, the old KISS theory. Yeah, isn't that true? I honest to God, I think that's a wise thing to say.
Yeah,
like you're not going to be perfect with your thoughts, right? You're going to fade into the darkness a little bit. Yeah. And then as long as you snap yourself out of it and say,
"Well, stay there."
Yeah.
And like Beth says this too. Like, you're not going to change the world. There's nothing you can do. Just take care of your house and what you can control.
Right. And and that's very interesting because in the past I would have said, no, you got to get involved. But us getting involved does nothing. It really.
Well, what it does is it gets you pulled out of the line at TSA all the time.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, the whole Don Lemon thing getting like on both sides. Okay, what are you doing first of all?
Obviously, he did it, and now we're all talking about him. I mean, a month ago he was in the dustbin. No one. So
they did. Are you
theatrics?
Oh God, yeah. They did. I'm not much of a Saturday Night Live guy. I never watched it live, but I like watching some of the highlights from it. They had Pete Davidson on, and what did he say? And he wasn't necessarily pointing to anybody particularly. He says, well, they created the Minnesota thing so they could get away from the Epstein files. And now the Minnesota thing came so bad they had to
bring the Epstein files back in. And of course, no one's talking about the fraud anymore.
Oh yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, nobody's talking about anything, right?
Sure. But that fraud's been going on. I remember seeing it. I don't know if it was 60 Minutes or Frontline and one of those. I'm talking easily over 20 years ago, where they had these. What they were doing, they drive around in a van. They'd pick up homeless people, take them to a doctor. The only thing he had was a scale in the office. He was a doctor, but I mean, it wasn't practicing. Right. And the guy would, person would go and say, I feel a little anxious. And he'd write a script for like Xanax or whatever. They would take that script, they'd go around a corner to a pharmacy who was not on the up and up. Right. And they would sell it to them for like pennies on a dollar, but enough to go get high with.
Right.
And it was like a whole,
and
so it's been going on forever.
Oh, how about, I almost forgot. So the big headline today, and I totally believe it, and I totally not believe it, is that Mayor Mondami is Epstein's son. Did you see this one?
I didn't see that one, but I did see the pictures of them with Clinton and his mother and stuff.
Yeah.
That one I kind of believe because she's, she is who she is.
Oh, who is she? Is she some movie actor?
She's she's a producer.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. She's won an Academy Award, I believe. Yeah.
It is funny though, because I mean, if you didn't know, you'd looked at it and go, oh yeah, that's his son. There's no question.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was Pierre Trudeau. Fidel Castro's son.
Yeah.
That's more believable. He's with Katy Perry now.
I know. What's she think? I thought he was a little light in the loafers, but
but apparently not.
Yeah, I guess not. We never know. Everybody each to their own.
Yeah, whatever.
Everyone's got their own.
Do your thing.
I never hear that say anymore. Light in the loafers. I think that's one of like our age group or something.
I don't think most people would get that right now. They don't even know what a loafer is. Somebody sits down on a couch.
Oh God, funny stuff. It is quite the world, isn't it? If you were to just totally unbiased, you don't know anything. You just landed on this planet, and you look at the news. You go, "Wow, you guys are a bunch of psychopaths."
People doing.
Oh, God.
Get a grip.
Oh, I know.
So I got to tell you, the guy I coach with, Jeff Paul.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
He is a rip.
Yeah.
So yesterday we get to the airport in Boston, right? And Carlisle and I went to Legal Seafood and got something to eat. And then he pings us that one of the moms had 3 passes for the Delta Lounge, right?
Right.
But her son didn't play the whole weekend because he had the flu.
Oh.
So he's on the phone with her. He goes, "Where are you, in quarantine with the escape monkey?" And the thing about him, it just comes out. Like,
yeah, I can see that. I've seen those kind of guys are good. Yeah.
Oh, he's so funny.
That's funny. Okay. We had that 26-second rule here. How about not suspending Wilson for his hit?
Well, they kind of targeted Rempe, I think, from the beginning.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think there's any question. I mean, Tom Wilson now has become a star player.
Oh, yeah.
So they're doing everything they can to. Yeah. Like even last night, the outdoor game. Did you see that? They had the goalie ball.
Oh, yeah, I was watching it on the flight.
And I do wonder, okay, the game was 5-1 at one point. And then the next 7 penalties went to the
I'll tell you what, though, they were throwing bombs to goaltenders.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
They weren't holding back.
Yeah. That was funny because and then when they're done, they're kind of laughing about it too. Like, it's cool. Yeah, that was a good show.
How good is Kucherov?
Oh, yeah. Scary. Wow. Yeah. And they actually mentioned it. I think it was Ray Ferraro mentioned that we kind of forget sometimes, or for whatever reason, he's kind of that hidden player that we realize. Yeah.
He's had 110 points in the past 3 years or something.
Like that one timer he let go there off the side of the net. Whew. Yeah. One timers. What else is going on in the world that's exciting? We have Russia, Ukraine. That's still going on.
Oh, here's a story about Ukraine, and this will make you feel like. And Beth said, so she ordered something.
Sorry, Mark. We have to get this in there. We have to say good morning to the wonderful William Haynes. Sorry about that. I apologize.
Good morning, Bill. So Beth ordered something online, and it was
a new boyfriend. New boyfriend.
Boyfriend, 2 of them, and it came in wrong or something. So she went to customer service online. Turned out the product came from the Ukraine.
Oh.
And somebody got back to her from the Ukraine and said, "Listen, it's going to be a little while, but we're going to get the right one to you." It's a manufactured product. I forget what it was. Right. Because we only have an hour and a half of electricity per day.
Oh, wow.
And then you sit, and like Beth said, we forget how fortunate we are.
Oh, right? God, yeah. Oh, right. Totally. And there's so many people that's not an isolated case either. There's so many people around the world. Yeah.
This place that don't have any electricity at all.
Yeah, I know. It is. I know we've well, not really joked about it, but if you win the lottery, it'd be so nice to go around to some of these. But there's some great videos that are very emotional, I think, of people who have money, have gone to, they could do it right here in the U.S. or they go to other countries. And for very little money, like if you go to the Philippines or something, you get these people living out in these shacks, you can help them a lot just by fixing up their house and everything. So,
well, there's a couple athletes. Is it Warren Dunn, who took a lot of his money and built homes for people down in Louisiana. His mother was a law enforcement agent who unfortunately was killed in line of duty. And then Mutombo, remember him?
Oh, yeah, the big guy. Yeah.
He built a hospital back in Africa. And then there was a fighter, Ricardo Mayorga, who was an absolute mental case. But he came from a dirt poor city in, I forget, it was Panamanian, maybe whatever. He provided electricity to the town with a this big.
I didn't hear this. What happened that has caused Barry Trotz to step down, Spencer? Yeah. Well, first of all, one of the nicest men. Have you ever met him?
No, but I hear everybody that played for him said that.
Yeah. Tremendous. Yeah. He's got not that this makes him nice, but it's part of it. He's got an autistic son, I think, as well. I think that's all. But besides that, he's just a fantastic person. The story was, and again, when people, it's funny because when people talk about somebody that's not that well liked, when they tell the story, they make it sound terrible. Well, with him, people liked him so much, it was almost like they didn't want to tell a story. But apparently there was some concern about his memory in the past, where he was getting on buses and leaving things. Now, who knows how? I heard again.
Mine is the head coach.
Yeah, I think he was such a legend in Nashville there when they brought him back as GM. And you could argue, I mean, some of the signings he made right away with Stamkos, that didn't work out too well. Brady Shea.
How old is he? Is he?
Trotz has got to be I'd say early 60s, mid 60s, something like that. Yeah. Great guy. And again, I don't, so great question. Thank you for telling us about him. I don't know exactly, but my guess is there may be some issue with
like an Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah. And again,
it could be. I mean, that's the age it starts to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How about Berube?
Oh, did you see?
You know what? It sounds like he was doing an overhead press. And
yes.
And that thing just scalped him. The bar itself just scalped him.
The circle on it made me think maybe it was a dumbbell or something.
Whatever it was, it could have been the straight bar because what it did was it just peeled the skin down.
Yeah, you know? Scalped him.
Scalped him, literally. And ironically, he's native.
I know, it's terrible. My first thought was and I would never say it to his face. He's too tough. But I'm thinking, you're not working out. You're not in shape. Although he does look like he's leaned out a little bit, so maybe he has been working out.
Yeah, but he's a big barrel chest.
Yeah.
He
was a scary dude too when he played.
Yeah.
Oh God, I like him a lot too. I think he's a fantastic coach.
So
it's a shame what's going on in Toronto there. That's just
Toronto's like these the Yankees. There's always drama.
Right? Yeah.
Like I these know. big, the iconic teams like Montreal and Toronto,
and you wonder, and then they get Nylander was giving the fans the finger or something.
I mean, I'd have crawled up there, pounded them.
Okay, here's the bone to pick too. Did you notice what they were wearing up in the press box?
Exactly.
Oh, I get it. Like I listen, we had a suit and tie rule. Now I was not Mr. GQ or whatever, but the idea was you're going to your work, you show some respect or whatever. And now they've changed the rules so they cannot have a dress code anymore. Yeah. But still, you do see a lot of teams, irrespective of dress code. Yeah, the guys say that. Like, I think the Rangers seem to be pretty good. Where you don't have to necessarily wear a suit, but look presentable still, right?
Even at the tournament, the kids that came in, the older guys with a suit on, maybe no tie, but like it looks good. I mean, it just looks like respectful. So to speak.
Yeah. Well, you watch, like Pittsburgh right now. They don't have. Everybody thought they were kind of retooling, but I think Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin said, "No, we're not retooling. And I think that's all. Like, you watch Crosby. That's all the way he handles himself now, the way he dresses, the whole bit. So, yeah. There's a guy that I really respect. I know the Ranger fans in particular hated him, and deservedly so when he was younger. He was a whiner, but he's not now. He's
I respect, and I didn't like him at first, but I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah.
I think he's still, 39 maybe?
Yeah.
39. Still one of the top 5 guys in the league.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the whole package with him. Yeah. Maybe not the skating, obviously not the skating, McDavid and all those guys, but
you see when he takes a pile of pucks and starts ringing it off the post, moving the net all the way back, like almost spins it all the way around.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay, here's something that may not have gone noticed. So in the game the other on Saturday against the Rangers, was it Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Late in the game, so the Rangers are making a comeback. There's a face-off in the Pittsburgh zone. Mm-hmm. So instead of putting Crosby on the ice, they put the young kid, I can't remember who it was. My speculation is that Crosby's smart enough to say to the coach, hey, listen, put this kid on. This is a great opportunity for him. Yeah. There's only 3 seconds left, so it's a little bit of a gamble, but you think it's really hard for the Rangers to score. Mm-hmm. So give this kid a chance. And again, I don't know that. That's just the way I read it. But
I think you're right because, in today's world with everything, but coaching especially, you can't, like, their egos are kind of fragile.
Yeah. Yep. Right? Totally.
We have a kid who's really struggling on the blue line. So I try to find things that he did really well before I say, and then also don't lose your guy. Stay with him. If he goes up the half wall, follow him. That forward's got to come down. But you got to encourage him first and say, hey, that was a great play. I'm going to do that again.
Goes back to that whole mental health thing, right? Like, so kids aren't stupid, whether they can visually understand it totally. It's just that human nature to think, okay, the coach won't play me in this situation. He does not have faith in me.
Yeah.
As opposed to you, like you're saying, find a spot for him that is a key spot that he can accomplish the goal. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. All right, here we go. Hold on. This is like, like when Scotty Bowman, like if Scotty Bowman was this is the same kind of level. This is Rich Spezzano from Greenwich, Connecticut.
That's awesome.
Coach of the
okay. Exactly what he's saying. Yeah.
I've talked about him, Rich, before, but that's Rich Spezzano loves the game. And he wants to teach kids how to conduct themselves properly, and that's
100%. I'm gonna tell you funny, not but interesting. So I used to train this. He's retired now, but Yuri Foreman, who was a world champion, I trained him for a bunch of years, and he must have got. Well, he did go up to Boston to do some kind of seminar, right?
Right.
But when he was fighting in a boxing gym, and there was a couple, man and a husband, that were at the gym, just working out for, not to fight, obviously, but they got to meet Yuri, and then they started following him. They became big fans, and somehow through that process, they started to follow me because I was his trainer, and yada yada yada. Well, they live like 15 minutes from the rink.
Here, they're in Utah?
No, up in Shrewsbury, up in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Where we were. So they came because they wanted to meet me finally after all these years, because it's been a while. And turns out their son, who's 14, plays high school and travel up there. Long story short, I said, our 16s, our bench is kind of short. We can put them on a roster for the game. So they didn't play 3 periods. This is something that they've been doing for a while on tour. They play 2 halves, 25-minute halves, which is good and bad. But anyhow, so he missed the first half of the whole game because they had to run home and get his gear.
Right.
He came, and I don't have any clue how this kid is, right?
Right.
So I figured, what's the worst that could happen? Takes a shift, goes out there, scores a goal. But more importantly, away from the puck, you could see this kid really was well coached, right?
Yeah.
And so it was a great experience because for the kid, could you imagine walking into a locker room in between period? You don't know anybody, right?
Yeah.
And again, that Lord of the Flies mentality.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty cool.
Okay, I've got to admit, you mentioned Lord of the Flies 3 times now.
Yeah.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Is that old?
Yeah, so it's about kids that get stranded on an island. There's no adults, and it's like, who's going to be the leader? It's actually a really good book. And they've made a couple films. From the book. Yeah.
So when you use it like that, you're taking the thing where the kids have no.
He goes into a locker room. The first half is already, and they're down 5-0.
Okay.
And he walks in there, and they're like, "Who's this guy?"
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and he handled it well, and I mean he could play, and so it was just a good experience for him, for all of us. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Lord of the Flies. I've heard of Lord of the Flies, but I didn't know how you were relating that to the hockey.
Yeah. Okay. And again, you've been in a bazillion locker rooms. It's pretty tough to walk in there, and then
It is funny thinking back about that too, because I was that shy little kid. But I think I was just so used to always going into new locker rooms all the time that
well, you're probably always the biggest guy walking.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's going to mess with you?
Did I ever tell you? So growing up on the farm, we did not have a shower. We had a bathtub.
Yeah.
At first, we didn't have even a bathtub. We just had a tub that we go. Right. So when I went and played junior hockey when I was like 15, went into the big city, and it was the junior B teams here. We had our own locker room, shower, and a whole bit. Yeah. So I went to the shower. I didn't know what to do in the shower.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. So I come out and there's soap all over me. And the guy, now these are guys that are 18, 19, 20 years old. And they're like, what are you doing? You're getting soap all over. Yeah. And I didn't know what I was doing right. It sounds funny to say it now, but I didn't know how to do it.
But that just shows you how innocent you were in terms of that perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is interesting. I know we've talked about this so many times, but this whole journey for us, like to learn more about the mind and how it's connected to the body and how you can train the mind.
So this woman, because it's like a half-hour ride from the airport here. Yeah. So I don't know how it came up on this topic. I said, my friend and I would do this podcast, and it started off hockey, and we're older now. We're trying to become more, And I said, we talk about quantum mechanics. I got this.
Oh. Is that right?
And then I said, and then we started to discuss men and women, and she was like, "Oh boy."
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh God, that whole men and women things. Yeah. What was the new saying I saw? Like somebody asked a man, he says, "Well, wouldn't you mind finding love or something like that?" He says, "I am love."
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty cool the way he said it. Like I don't really need to. Love myself. I've trained myself to love myself. I don't need it. If it comes along, that's great.
Was that Ron Duguay?
That's good. Oh, here's another one. Do you see this? The guy who's the longevity doctor, Attia. Is it Attia?
Yeah, he's on the Epstein thing.
Yeah.
I
never liked him.
I felt like throw a punch at him. He just.
Yeah.
I don't like guys like him. And, it's always attached to a product he's trying to sell.
Yes. Yeah. And it's always like nobody else knows anything. His way is the only way. I don't, and we've talked about this. I'd rather say, okay, here's my thoughts. There's many ways to look at it. Here's what I believe. Here's why I believe it. Yeah, his is more like you guys are all stupid.
Well, and then when you check their credentials, yeah, he's a doctor, but he's not a doctor of what he's putting out there.
Right.
And then there's another guy, Andrew Huberman, who a lot of people follow.
I know.
Another guy that just knows everything. He's clearly doing juice. You know what I mean?
Totally.
He's clearly doing steroids, and he,
Well, I think Tia's the same way. He's got he's got a testosterone, totally. Yeah. But right away, everybody was jumping on because he's Joe Rogan's guy a lot. He's on Joe Rogan a lot. So,
but both of them are probably sitting back in $1 million home thinking,
who cares?
Who are those guys?
Yeah, I know. I Rogan's good, but he's a moneymaker. I mean, there's.
Oh man, I tell you what, that God only knows what he's worth. I mean, he's done really, really well.
Yeah. Yes. You wonder how much of that too. Like I saw him talk one time how he said he did the podcast about 5 years before he made any money at all. Is what he said. You wonder if he really knew what he was doing. Like, did he say, okay,
fell into it? But I think a lot of times that's, how some success can be attained. I mean, he's an actor too. Let's not forget. He's a comedian. I don't ever recall him on stage, but that's how he started.
Yeah.
And then
he done a reality show, wasn't he?
Yeah, where they ate bugs. I forget the name of it now.
I know.
Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Fear Factor.
Yeah. The 50th season of Survivor is coming on this month.
Yeah.
They keep sending us emails, want me to make cameo emails and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Beth said she wants to be on for Living with Me. I said, call Layla. He can get you on.
Oh, there should be like that could be like a new reality show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark.
Okay. Well, hold on. It'd be called "Why Did I Do This?"
Yeah.
Right. So people that make decisions, and then they lived a certain life, and then they look back and go, "Why did I do this?" I like it.
Yeah, retrospective.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be brilliant. That'd be like we could teach people. There could be a mental health component to that. Yeah. Like make better decisions.
You know what? I had an idea. I forget exactly what I want, but we should retool the dating game.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because life's really changed now. Like socially, we're a lot different. Yeah.
I mean, they bring back the newlywed game. Even that would be better.
Oh yeah.
Or how about the newly divorced game, where you bring them both on?
Right? That would be classic.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh. The newlywed game, I love. That was some of the one-liners.
You know what? I didn't realize what a wise guy he was until I started watching it now.
Yeah.
He was really a wise guy. Yeah.
Like he would see if somebody was didn't realize what they were saying totally, he would feed off that, really give it to them. Yeah. What was the one woman that was famous? They said, "What's your favorite place to have sex?" And she goes, "In the butt."
Yeah.
And she was, you could tell she had no idea what she had just said. She was answering the question.
They answered truthfully.
Oh, that'd be the butt, Bob.
Those were great. They don't have game shows anymore.
I know. Yeah.
But like those were like the Match Game.
Yep.
And Hollywood Squares. All the show, they were like a regular television show. Like
they were good. Hollywood Squares was good too. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. They were funny. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Lynde on the Hollywood Squares.
Paul Lynde. He was the center square, wasn't he, all the time?
Yeah. He was a riot.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they knew the questions, so but still, they were good the way they did it. Yeah. How about okay? And we never really touched on the whole thing. What's the gay hockey show? What's it called?
I don't know.
Come on, they called you and wanted to be on the show.
I turned it down.
What's it called? Come on, you've heard about the show, haven't you?
The Canadian.
There's a show on now, and it's about two hockey players that are gay. They play against.
I didn't know that.
Oh, no. You knew? Don't pretend you
really. What's it on Netflix or something?
I don't really know. It's on Netflix or whatever. I'm afraid to watch it. Yeah, I can't watch it. But they had a thing down in downtown. Heated rivalry. Thanks, Deb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't pretend you don't know.
No, I really don't. I didn't.
It's become a big thing now. These guys are on. I think they're on like a bunch of. They've been all over the place. But they had a contest in Lower Manhattan yesterday, a lookalike contest with these two guys that were on Heated Rivalry. So it's you should. I heard that they'd called you and wanted you to play like a cameo, like a.
Well, They didn't offer enough money.
Well, they have to be like casting for that show too. Like, do they bring you in and cast you for that show?
Yeah.
So like, you gotta make
notes.
Right. Like, I know for Survivor, they brought us to 5 days of casting. Yeah. And you had to do a bunch of stuff, psychological testing and everything like that, physical testing.
How'd you do on that, by the way?
Pardon me?
How'd you do on the psychological?
Okay, Survivor. Seriously. So they did the testing, and they I don't know if it was good or bad. Maybe it was because they said because I had so many concussions. When I came back home, they sent me to another doctor to do extra testing.
Okay.
Yes. So now this is what they said because of the concussions. So when the doctor called me back after I did the testing, he was just down the street actually from where I lived. He calls me back. He goes, "Well, you're a really intelligent man." And I kind of laughed. He goes, "Well, thanks, doctor." So he said, "No." He says, "Your score was off the charts. Your what is it? The IQ test." And he told me the number too, and I was laughing so much I forgot what the number was because I couldn't wait to call my sons up.
Maybe you really do understand quantum mechanics.
Apparently,
this right now would be a perfect time for Tracy Marie to chirp in.
I know.
Yeah,
but you know what though? I feel like, did we do something wrong? I'm glad you brought it up.
Oh, you got a mouse in your pocket? What's this? We
are we not a team or what?
Yeah, we're a team.
I know. Okay, so all right, you're right though. But your point is well taken. What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Like here is another relationship. Whether it was it was some form of relationship now has fallen apart,
evaporated.
Right, and that seems to be a pattern for the last 67 years.
67 years.
Right. It just okay. So let's. Was I too? Maybe I guess maybe I was a little insecure at times, right? Like I was questioning her motivation.
And that's big of you to say because maybe that'll make her realize it was your insecurities and you weren't being. It was not about her. It was your own insecurities.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's one of the things I've learned that if something happens, I can't always say it's the other person's fault. I'm just saying, okay, they're living their life. Something has happened to them. So I could, instead of me saying it's, in this case, it's Tracy's fault, I'm saying, okay, what have I done that I could have done?
We're at this point. Yeah.
Right. Is that empathy where I'm more empathetic to her?
It's empathy, and it's just introspective would be a good word.
Oh, I like that. I was going to say self-aware, but I like introspective. That's an even better word than that. Yeah. So, but that's you. That's the way you handle things. Like I would say brown, you would say like some other fancy word for brown. Right. Susan's up here. Hold on. If you can have,
that's a good one.
4 teammates join a family feud.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Oh, okay. So, that's a great one.
Beesbrook, right? Did you play with John?
Yes, I did.
He knows everything about it.
Well, Nikki's like that now too. He knows everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the goal to win or to have fun?
Both.
Okay.
Let's separate them. Go first for the win.
All right.
Who would the 4 guys be?
So family feud is when they ask you a question, and then
you got the chart up there.
Right. Okay. So it isn't necessarily like intelligent things. It's like the current events kind of things too, right?
Too. Yeah, popular.
Like I like the one where they said, "Well, what month is when the woman starts to show that she's pregnant?" And the one answer was August. Which, yeah, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, like how do you just pick?
Yeah, maybe like the 8th month or the 7th month, whatever it was. Yes. So,
let's go for the win first. Who do you pick for the 4 guys for the win? Going for
win. So it's got to be guys that think on their feet too. Now, Gresh is good. Gresh is quick. Okay. James Patrick is really good.
Yeah.
Mike Allison is another guy too that was good.
You got to pick an Ivy League
right. We had like Bob Brook.
Bob Brook. Yeah, that's him.
Bob Brook went to Yale.
Yeah.
That's a good point by you. So intelligent guys. I'd have to go with Robbie Fatorik as well.
Oh yeah.
Good. Yeah. Right. Intelligent guys. So those are the guys, right? We got enough guys there, 4 teammates. So those are the guys to win.
How about Espo? Was he like?
Well, he can say the F word every time he'd be okay. Okay, so that's the guys to win. Now the guys just for pure entertainment.
Yeah,
they got to have Nicky.
Nick.
Right? Yeah. He'll say something with totally confidence on there. It'll have nothing to do with the answer to the question. Who else would be funny? Oh God. Oh, I miss Dave Maloney. Like Dave Maloney would have been great to win.
To win for sure.
Yeah, but you know what though? Surprising. He's got a really good sense of humor too. So he may be a good guy to have fun with because as long as he's looking at it,
be on both teams. He could be the captain.
Yes. Yeah. Very good point.
What about Mario Marois? Pretty funny guy, right?
He was very funny. Yes. Yeah. Dukes would be funny.
Oh yeah.
He would. As long as it pertained to him and his hair or something.
He'd wear a couch.
Oh God, it'd be funny. Yeah. Eddie Meal would be funny. William Haynes brought Eddie Meal's name up. That'd be cool. Yeah. He would just say, well, whatever Wayne Gretzky says.
Yeah, exactly.
So people that don't know, I think most people do. Eddie Meal was Wayne's best man when he got married. Obviously, a very good friend of his. And I had played, before I played with Wayne in LA, obviously I played with Eddie here in New York. And we always used to, Eddie was a great guy, great teammate. But Eddie liked to hang around with the big guys, right? Like there's a time Eddie had the hatchback and we're leaving Rye Playland and they're heading back to the city. So it's Eddie's car and there's Barry Beck, Ron Duguay, and Ron Greshner. So they throw Eddie in the back of the hatchback and they're driving the car. They're driving down 95 with the hatchback open and Eddie's got his feet sticking out the back. So,
which, God. You're going to see that in New York. It's usually a body though.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think anybody even worried about it. Yeah. Until he started to move, then it was a problem. Yeah. Oh, that was funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're getting Mike Jenks here. Is loving the wall color. Very soothing. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. I need it, Mike. Yeah.
Isn't that true? Yeah. The wall color. Like very spiritual kind of like the glow. Yeah.
The pastels,
Yeah. Like I'm thinking of some godlike figure. Yeah. When Eddie was Mike Allison and I had both separately ended up in Los Angeles when Wayne was there playing a preseason game, and there's a bunch of young kids in the locker room, so we're all joking. Eddie, Mike and I are the veteran guys, so we're joking around. We're starting to pick on Eddie Meal, telling him stories about calling him a potato head and all this kinds of stuff. Wayne's in the room now. I think we knew that Eddie was Wayne's best man, but we kind of forgot about it. Yeah. So we're going on. We think we're really funny. The young kids are laughing, and do this for 5 minutes. We get up, we walk into the trainer's room. We're high-fiving each other like we're really joking around. Wayne walks into the trainer's room. Now, he was good. He set us up for this totally. He walks in and he goes, you guys know that Eddie's my best man, right? And then he was good. He didn't say another word, just stood there. And we're both looking at each other like, oh, God, we're getting traded. That's it.
Yeah.
And Wayne was excellent. He waited 20 seconds or something. And then he goes, that's fine. I'm just joking around. And he says, he is my best man, but I know the way he is. Wayne was really good. He set us up where he knew what's going on. Yeah. Yes. Phil DeGatano, from a graduate from Northern Michigan University to Harvard. Eddie asked Bill Dineen to get him a cab in Glens Falls. No responder. This isn't Broadway, Eddie. Yeah. That was Eddie. It's funny. Eddie was one of those guys too. There was a great teammate. We played off the ice. Great guy. And everything. He just had this thing where he had to hang out with the big Wilson.
Well, goaltenders are different.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Glennie Hanlon was one of my all-time favorite teammates, and was he different?
You didn't play with Gilles Croton, did you?
What's that, sir?
Did you play with Gilles Croton?
No, I missed him. I heard a lot of stories. Yeah.
He is a beauty.
Yeah. Eddie Hosford. How was Eddie Hosford?
Rockstar. Yeah.
So, hold on. Is this a new picture of William Haynes? Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Kojak.
Is that some kind of a movie star or something or what?
Kojak.
Yes. Yeah. Telly Savalas, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll call him Telly from now on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let me see. Susan's another question up here. Any chance the Devils would think? Ooh, I doubt it, but.
Well, yeah, he's kind of their franchise right now. I mean, he'd love to be up with his brother for sure.
Yeah.
And Billy got have him, but.
I don't. Well, maybe you never know. But the problem is, if they don't want him because he's hurt all the time, then what does some other team want?
Right. Yeah, he is a little bit fragile.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the Rangers really. So obviously Panarin's on the trade block. Trocheck is supposedly traded. Braden Snyder too. Oh, I like him.
Yeah, I know. I think it might be good for him though.
Oh yeah, no, that's very true. Yeah,
I think he'd fit into like I don't know, like a team like Philly. I hate to say it, or a heavier team like Florida.
There's not a rumor about him being in Detroit. They need a right shot defenseman.
There you go.
Detroit's a good young defenseman. Yeah. I'll tell you what, when you watch Colorado play when they're on their game, man, are they fun to watch. Oh,
yeah.
God.
See, Panarin would be, they don't have the money because probably the cap space, but that's a spot he would fit in, not be.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit there.
Okay.
So there's so much of a speed game with them. I don't view him as a speed player.
Oh, he's an East Coast.
But maybe that's what they need. Maybe they say, listen, we got lots of speed guys, so we'd rather have a.
He could bring somebody because he passes. His passing is phenomenal.
Yeah. I guess if I'm a team that's a contender, and you're going to pick up Panarin, you're saying, okay, he's got to be in the top 6 as forwards.
Yeah.
But if I'm a contender, don't I have a top 6 that's already
got the top 6?
Yeah. So I mean, and then if for him, where's he going to want to go? I mean, like Dallas would be a great spot. They've got a lot of rumors about that Robertson. I guess they've got to decide what they want with him.
I saw something. He's a pretty big kid. I didn't realize he was that big.
Yeah, he's good.
I think the big question for me is Zibanejad. I mean,
I know
what's going on.
I know. So now he's playing great, piling up points. So everybody said, "Well, geez, you want to get rid of him?" But if you look at his last couple of years, like even from the Rangers standpoint. Like if your goal is to win the Stanley Cup, this group has not got that done. Now that happens. There's only one winner every year, but look at the guys like Panarin who really didn't do a whole lot in the playoffs.
That's the problem,
right? And to me, any other team has got to be saying the same thing. Okay, if we want to win the Stanley Cup, so
you could say you bring them in. What if your top guys go down?
Yeah. Yep. Very true.
Playoffs are a grind.
Yep. They do bring up the whole connection between him and Kane and Detroit. They played together in Chicago, had good chemistry, but Kane's almost done anyways.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just for me. Listen, I hope the Rangers do well in the Panarin trade and get something. It's just if I'm another GM, there's questions, right? He's 34, so now he's playing great, but how long is he going to continue to play well?
I think a 4-year deal is kind of unlikely.
Yeah, see that
2-year deal.
Yeah. But if a team, so in the old days, you used to give a signing bonus to a player. Let's say he signed a $5 million contract, you give him a $2 million signing bonus.
Yeah.
So it was back in those days, it was viewed as a signing bonus. It was a bonus. It was a bonus to enter into an agreement. They don't really look at it that way anymore. So I guess they kind of look at like if you really want to give a player 3 years, which you have to give him 4. The 4th year becomes the bonus really to sign the contract.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Right. So you kind of understand that 4th year really isn't going to be that good for us, but that's part of the deal.
And if it is, it is. So I think Washington would be a good fit because of his creativity and his vision with Ovechkin, especially on the power play. Right?
Yep. Yeah, that'd be pretty good to have those 2 guys in the power play together. Yeah. But him and Tom Wilson be in the locker room together, that'd be pretty funny. After the around.
Yeah, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, they'll laugh about it, yeah. Let's see what the great Susan has to say here. I want to go down and play with Kreider, who had 2 goals last night. They're a young team with a bright future. Okay, how many times do we have to hear about Kreider? I mean, good Lord. I mean,
I think the question, like when she mentions their young team, my question is, why would you bring in an older guy? Let's stay with the younger guys, and maybe we're not there yet, but we're nipping at it.
And that's been the discussion because they do have a good young team.
Yeah.
They've got some older guys like Trouba and Kreider that they got from the Rangers.
Because obviously, Panarin comes in, that cuts into minutes for the younger kids.
Right. And those young kids have to get signed, right? So you lock Panarin into a 4-year deal at $11 million a year.
Yeah.
Cap's going up, but still you got to get all these. So now you sign Panarin, he's going to be declining in talent. That's the way
it is. You get older. Yeah.
And now if you lock him in and then you now have to sacrifice a good young player, you got to get rid of him because you've signed Panarin, you kind of defeated the purpose of all the work that you've done to build this young team, right?
It'd be interesting to take a look, and the stats got to be there. Because what is the average age over the past 10 years of Stanley Cup winners?
Good question.
Yeah.
Is
it older? Is it younger? Is it?
I would say, yeah. I mean, it's got to be a mix, right? You've got to have those veteran guys.
You think, yeah.
Here's a question for you, and I actually looked up the numbers, so I think we discussed this. To me, it kind of came to light when Tampa Bay let go of Steven Stamkos, and then he signed in Nashville. First couple of years were not good. This year's been better. But I wonder, because they've talked about trading him. Now he said, okay, I need to play better to get traded. So looking at the numbers, typically, other than the guys, the outliers like the Ovechkins and the Crosbys, and the elite guys, most guys who are just point producers like Stamkos, like Panarin is, once they reach 30, there's a decline. And once you reach that like 34, 35, a severe drop off. It's just been, the numbers bear that out. So that's be the thing I'd concern about Panarin if I'm another team. But that's what I think the Rangers have done smart.
Those are, for me, the two biggest concerns is age and the fact that he kind of shrinks with a ring.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yes, hold on here. Michael Elwood. I heard a rumor that Tom Lane is coming out. Yes, Friday night, I'll be in Hartford. We have an opening. There's some opening ceremonies before the game there in Hartford. Myself, Neil Smith, Boo Neves. Boo Neves is there.
Who's that?
And the great Nick Fotiu. You remember Boo Neves?
Yeah. Connecticut kid.
Yep. Yeah. He's actually a New York kid, but yeah.
Yeah. Where did he play college? Did he play at Michigan or Yale?
He did, yes. He played with Trouba, Michigan. Good call by you.
Michigan, yeah.
Yes, good call. Yeah, that's a really good call. Ooh, Boo Neves at Michigan. Ooh.
Well, he used to train in Jersey at the rink in Wayne. Yeah,
he's got these hockey camps going on that are really successful.
Yeah. Well, he tied in with, who's that trainer up there that gets all the guys? Started with Jonathan Quick.
Oh, he's up in Buchanan.
Yeah, I forget his name now, but he's got a good following. I think there's a connection there. Maybe.
Yeah. So, and Nicky Fotiu will be there as well. And so anybody that doesn't know, what we find out now, a lot of stories coming out now about Nick. He actually built Madison Square Garden, Nicky did.
By himself, I heard.
Yeah. People didn't know this. And the latest rumor is, we haven't had this confirmed yet, that he may have invented the Zamboni as well.
Yeah. Started with an old Jeep.
Yeah, it's one of these things that comes to light after a player is retired from playing for a while. And he starts to tell old stories, and then you realize, oh, I didn't know that.
It was too focused on his hockey, stories. Now you're finding out polio vaccine. That was him too, right?
Yes, that's. So people that don't understand what we're saying is, love Nicky to death. Nicky. As a team player, he really changed the way the other team played. Like you can notice it if you came out in the ice with Nicky, you could see nobody was doing any hitting. Like the other team just like, Nicky went and sat down. Okay, maybe it's a little bit different, but when so I love him to death as a former teammate. And he, but Nicky now has, he's, how do we say it delicately?
There's a different level.
He loves to talk about his former career.
Yeah.
And he now maybe, instead of being a tough guy, now maybe is more resemblance of like Gordie Howe.
Right.
That level of player. So
I'll tell you this though, everybody that ever, because Jeff Paul played for him in Hartford.
Yeah.
Everybody that played for him loved him.
Yes.
It's a really knowledgeable hockey guy and a great coach.
Yep. Steve Valiquette talks about all the time about how great a coach he was. Yeah.
So Paul's played with Valiquette, I guess, in Hartford.
Oh, okay.
He told me Valiquette was doing private lessons for the president of Pepsi.
Oh.
And getting like an hour.
Oh.
3 zeros after it.
Oh.
Yeah. And but apparently his son, Valiquette's son, is like a really high prospect baseball player.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. He's a catcher. Yeah.
Hold on. I think Phil had him as a coach as well. Yes, indeed. On Nicky, my idol. That's right. Yeah.
I remember Mikhail Samuelson played for him in Kentucky. Said, great.
Yeah.
Great coach.
Yeah. And another former Wildcat too, Chad Dameworth. I don't know if Phil remember him or not. He was from Marquette, Michigan. Played with Nicky. Yep. Chad Dameworth. Who do you think Chad Dameworth's favorite player was for the Northern Michigan Wildcats many years ago?
Laylaw.
Poor kid. He led a sheltered life. Poor kid.
He didn't get out much.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. I'll tell you what, I have. I've gotten worse. So the Rangers had us out to Madison Garden on last Monday, I think, or Monday or Tuesday. So they have like a skate at the Garden. So this was for Verizon. So Verizon's a big sponsor. Yeah. So they get some of their top clients or whatever in. So we go skate. So they have us. Colton Orr and I were out there on the ice with the guys, and then we go for lunch after. And the more I have built up my what do you call it? My mental state of how I view myself. I cannot stop talking. Like I have to get up and do a speech practically. Like it's the
universe calling you.
Yeah, it did. But I know we joke around, but I know how where it's just I have gotten to the point now where I really believe. I believe in myself so much more now than I did in the past. It's not like I didn't believe in the past, but don't you feel like that yourself with the more stuff?
Yeah, I think so last night when I got home, I was thinking about what happened with this young man that came up and played, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know what? That's a cool thing we did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that kid will remember that.
Yeah.
Cool thing.
Totally.
His parents will remember it. And
see, that's a fantastic point. You know what? Like sometimes people say, well, geez, it'll come back to you in spades, you get paid back. Right. I almost think to myself, well, no. Okay, it may, but don't do it because you're going to get paid back for it. You just do it because that's who you want
to be. The right thing to do, too.
Yeah. That's how Mark Puttenvink wants to lead his life. Part of that is to help other people. Yeah. If something comes back my way, fine. But don't count. I almost think if you're counting on something coming back to you and it doesn't come back to you, then you're disappointed.
Well, it's not the way I look at it. It's not always about money. Like you're saying, what am I getting out of this?
Yeah.
It's what they're getting out of it.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be about anything. You're just doing it.
That simple thing, they propelled this kid's confidence to another level. And,
Totally. Yeah. You have decided how you want to live your life. Right. And inside that is you make a decision like that. You're not doing it because somebody says, oh, Mark, you're going to get something good's going to come back to you. You're doing it because
it would have been really easy to say, hey, he's not on a roster, game's half over, this guy. Yeah, something told me to do it.
And you know what it is too? You've already been given your bonus, like your lottery. Beth, yeah, she's up there. Yep. So really, that's a good point. So you've already been given Beth.
There's nothing else.
So anything else now you're giving back. You're like you've got your given level is here, and your giving level is all below that. So now everything that you do is leveling off.
Yeah.
From what you. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it. I could say that about my 2 ex-wives. Well, maybe not. No, that's not true. Actually, I had a very nice interaction. My son's mother, my first ex-wife.
Yeah.
We've been divorced for like close to 30 years. The boys are grown now. So there's really no need to communicate. We don't have a problem, whatever it is. So they're having a baby shower for Margot in February. So
I was this month, right?
Yep. February 21st. She's due in April, actually.
Oh, okay.
So the baby shower is February. So I was required to email back my ex-wife. So we had a very nice exchange. Hey, how are you? Wow. Yeah. And I think my son's got kind of a kick out of it because it was,
but reason to at this point.
Yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah.
I actually said to him, I said, well, I don't know. I enjoy that you guys think it's nice.
Yeah.
But to me, I didn't think there was a problem all along. We never talked to each other. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. Let me see here what our boy Jim Coffey has to say. Tom, what are you mentioning? I wonder if it's related to something called imposter syndrome, which I had most of my life. Although, I'm not sure. If I'm saying that I believe in myself more, I'm sure that's what you're regarding. It's a great question. So when I played, obviously I had confidence in myself. I believed in my abilities, but I also had, in fact, this is a fantastic question. I also had that self-deprecating sense of humor, where I'd laugh about myself not scoring goals. I'd say I was not, I was on the All-Star ballot. I was like, what was I doing there? So I would be sending negative signals, almost like, I was basically putting limits on my abilities myself. Nobody else was doing it. I was doing myself. And what I talk about now is more that I say to myself now, there are no limits. I'm not better than anybody else, but nobody's better than me. There's nothing I can't accomplish. I'm not allowing myself to get OLDER. I don't even say the words. That's a great question, Jim. So it's the imposter syndrome. I don't know if it was more me understanding now that
who you are.
Yes, and don't put. And what I learned too is like even if you make mistakes in the past, which we all have, don't beat yourself up. Don't overanalyze. Love yourself so much that you just say, "Hey, I did it. If I didn't do those things, I wouldn't be who I am now." Right?
So it's all part of the journey. But I think to his point, I think we all suffer from that a little bit, imposter syndrome, in the sense that there's times in life you don't have the confidence that you really deserve.
Yep.
Right? So for you know, like you said to me more than once that the coaches wanted you to play this particular type of game where your skill set maybe could have been, you could have been more of an offensive player than they had you, but it kept you in the league for 11 years.
Yep. Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to, I think, just find out what's going to work, even though we potentially could do more.
Yep.
Right.
And it really what it has done. I think if I hadn't had not gone through that, then I wouldn't realize now how much more I could do because I did limit myself it wasn't anybody else. I ultimately limited myself. Now I realize, no, there is no limit to Tom Laidlaw. There's no limit to my
I think with sports, you know, obviously you got to do what the coaching staff's asking you to do or else you're not going to get around. And prime example was Kenny when Tommy McVie, who I loved.
Yeah.
He was a great coach. I never played for him, but just the stories, I got to meet him a couple of times. In American League, he pulled Kenny over. Said, Kenny, you're a drummer. Quit trying to play the violin.
Right.
So, I mean, it kind of, you know what I mean?
And
hear that.
And to your point, it is that fine line, right? Because you got to take advice from some people to say, okay, this is who I am.
Right.
But at the same time, like I read the Bobby Orr, I think I've got it correct. I read his book many years ago. And one of the things he said in his book was, if he listened to every coach tell him that he needed to bounce the puck off the boards 10 feet inside the blue line to get it out, he never would have become Bobby Orr. He wasn't disrespecting the coach. He understood what he was trying to say, but he wanted to be more. He felt like he could be more. So he would make a move there, right?
I think it depends. A lot of it depends on your relationship with the coach. Do you respect what he's telling you? Do you process it in a positive manner? Or is it like, shut up, I know what I can do.
Right. Totally. Yeah. And then I saw this about what's the coach in Tampa? What's his name?
Cooper.
Yeah. Apparently, I can't remember who it was a former player, I think was talking, saying, he said, here's what we want you to do on the ice. Like that example of when you get inside that blue line, we want to make sure you get it out. Now, if you want to make a play, go ahead and make the play, but you better make the play. Right. And he says, listen, and you know how it goes too. If you know that if you know that player is totally committed to the team winning and he makes a mistake, you can live with it.
We've got a kid, skill set's incredible. He's a defenseman, can skate, but he suffers from, he's a little bit of a riverboat gambler, which I'll live with, but fake the guy out once. You don't have to fake the same guy out 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Because you're going to cough it up eventually.
Yeah.
And there was a kid when I was in New York, Philip Novak, is a Czech kid. He's a little bit of a tweener, like, 5'11", 190, but incredible skill set. Right. But he never made it to the show because that's what he suffered from. He just,
Yeah. It's interesting we're talking about it because I think about it more. To me, it's as long as that guy, and he has to prove this over many times, right? At practice, how he treats his teammates, how he treats the coaches, the trainers. If he's all about team and all about winning, you'll live with him making the decisions like, oh God, I wish he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But if he screwed up, but he works his ass off to get back in there and fix what he screwed up.
That's great that you said, because this particular kid, he went end to end and he coughed it up like 10 feet in their blue line, which drives us crazy. Get it deep. But he got on his horse and back checked. When he came to the bench, he said, hey, that's not going to show up on a score sheet. But that was a great play. That's a great team play.
Right. And and I know you know this, but what comes from that too is like if you've got a bunch of guys that all they do is a safe thing all the time. Well, you're down in a game, a goal or two, and you need to make things happen. If you don't have that on your team, you can't make anything happen, right? So
and I told the boys in the locker room, sometimes you just got to say, no one's stopping me.
Yeah, very true.
Make that decision.
Whether it makes, and you know what I love about that too is whether it makes sense or not. I don't care what the score is. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do it.
I might have told you this story, but there's a guy that I grew up with and fought with. He was a heavyweight. He was a year younger than me, but he got called over to Europe as a 16-year-old. So we sent it was an American team, and they were and the heavyweight got cut or couldn't fight. And they brought him over, and Joe Greer, who was my friend and training partner, brought him in, and they're all going, "What are you bringing this kid in for?"
Right.
He's going up against the guy that won the silver medal in the games, right? He's
right.
a 30-year-old guy or whatever. His kid's 16. Scott's getting his hands wrapped. He goes, "You're not stopping."
You did tell me that.
And that's what I told the boys. I said, sometimes you just got to make that decision.
Oh, yeah.
No one is stopping me.
Yeah. The greatest players I ever played with, like the Larry Robinsons, the Wayne Gretzky, yeah. That was, if somebody had to say to me, what was their greatest skill? I would say that was the greatest skill. They just.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, you're told a lot in life. You can't.
Oh, yeah. Constantly, right? Yeah. Okay, hold on. I've got to show you my my wallpaper picture now. You'll get a kick out of this. So this is my wallpaper picture.
That is phenomenal. Yeah. I'm going to do one of myself, but as a hamster.
No way. No way. You're not allowed to. It's true. At first I felt like, and this is another good lesson too, because I'm trying, everything I'm saying to young kids now, I said, everything that you put into your brain determines who you're going to be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. So I need to do it myself. So I made this picture. And I was kind of like, oh God, I can't do that. I said, yes, I can. I found myself, I was doubting myself. I was, yes, I can.
That's all.
Yeah. Let me see here. Danny Erickson, what he has to say. Diggers are ill for the 1980 Olympic team. I don't think Herb worked. Well, I don't think Herb had a problem with Dukes the way he played. In fact, I think he loved the way he played. What he didn't like was Dukes being on page 6 of in Studio 54. Now, the reality was, though, the upper level people at Madison Square Garden loved the fact that Dukes.
Sure. Well, in today's hockey world, social media.
Oh God, yeah,
they would love that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
that was quite a team we had. It's just when I go from being a farm boy going up to Northern Michigan University, it's an iron ore town, and all these. I come to New York and there's Ron Duguay, Greshner, Phil Esposito, Barry Beck, the Furp coach, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Anderson, Elfie, Hedberg. The Swedes are well dressed, a whole bit. And here I was. I'm driving the pickup truck, and I got cowboy boots on. Cowboy. But it's one of those things. I do look back. I didn't stop wearing the boots. I didn't stop wearing the hat. I still do my thing. Yeah,
you got to be true to yourself.
Yeah, that's funny. It is funny. You look back and think, okay, I've learned these things, so I've developed more.
Yeah,
but I don't think we always had that certain piece of it there. We just maybe didn't understand why we were the way we were.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be comfortable with where you came from and who you are.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and nothing
wrong with it.
Yeah, and not. As much as in the past, I think I'd always say, I don't care what other people think. But I did care what other people think.
It's not quite the same, but out here, and when I was in Canada with Nathan doing camps and stuff, I don't hear it, but apparently I have a really strong,
you told me that,
strong accent, right? Because I don't hear it. Yeah. But then sometimes I'll see myself on here or there, or wherever I go, oh my God, I sound like a real Jersey idiot. You know what I mean? Like a real.
I know you've told me that before. That I don't hear the accent, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, because you've been around the East Coast for a while.
Yeah, that's funny. Let me see. Trotier's look was probably similar to yours. Probably look. I looked the way I looked. I think he's a good example too. I watched Brian Trottier play some of the old games I played, and I mean it as a compliment. I never viewed him as this fantastic player,
but he did everything well.
Yeah, but I tell you, and it's the way he carried himself. He had this kind of, and again, as a compliment, his arrogance to him.
Yeah.
Like I remember I smoked him a couple of times with good hits, and we'd come right after the hit. After a hit, then you guys would come together right away. You kind of like, okay, is anybody going to do anything at this point?
Right.
He would pretend he was kind of swatting me away, like, oh, get out of my way. Kind of thing. But
I think the thing that impressed me about Trotz and that team at that particular time, their efficiency getting out of the zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really had it screwed tight.
Yeah. I have good friends with Tonelli now, and we had a chat one time a little while ago, and I asked him, I said, did you guys, like some of these games that you were down in games, like we had you down in the playoffs 2-1 and go to overtime and Kenny Morrow scores, like, did you guys know that you're going to win? And he said, he was very interesting because he right away, he said that he thought Bill Torrey, Al Arbor, taught them to always find a way. That was his theme, find a way to win. So they just had that mentality. And I guess once you start doing it over and over and you find a way to win, then you know you can do it.
Well, grease in the groove.
Grease in the groove. Oh, grease in the groove. Nice.
Yeah. Because then it becomes just part of your DNA.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that
I think
true?
that's true of all world champions in whatever sport it is.
Yeah.
They find a way.
I know.
Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it? Like it's so easy when you say it, but it's not that easy to have that.
Well, if you think about it, every player in the National Hockey League are the best players on the planet.
Yeah.
But so what separates the teams that lose from the teams that win? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Really believing that you can win, right?
Yeah.
Like when you watch the Rangers right now. I mean, all the stuff that's going on. Panarin's not in the lineup. Shesterkin's not in the lineup. Fox is not in the lineup. You can tell they've kind of gone into it. I don't blame them for this, but they go into the game kind of feeling defeated already, right? Before it even starts. You can just see it in their game. And like the Pittsburgh game is a good example. Then they started getting going and realized, well, geez, maybe we can win.
Right.
But it was too late. And again, that's not their fault. It's not like I didn't know that stuff either. Like you almost wish you and I could go in there and talk to them and talk about this stuff.
You know, the thing is now, because the league's so expansive, so many teams, and it's a really young league, that when you lose a couple of your top guys like Shesterkin and Fox, it's a big hit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a much bigger hit than it used to be when there were 20 teams or 16 teams.
Yeah, very true. Very true. All right, brother. Wow. I feel a little bit better now. I had that tear in my eye before the show started. Yeah. I feel better. Are you not traveling for a while now? You're home?
For a few weeks, and I think we'll go to Denver, and then we'll go back to Boston at the end of February.
Okay. All right. Whew. All right. Actually, we're down at Cipriani. Is it Cipriani, the restaurant downtown? Yeah. Got a big gala tonight with the Rangers. The one of the big black tie events or something going on down there tonight.
Is it not casino night? Is it?
Casino night. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good. All right, brother. I will see you next week.
Have a good one.
Yeah, buddy.
See you, Tom.